Woo! Yeah! Woo! Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Paul McCartney Talk Show, the Paul McCartney Talk Show, with me, Paul McCartney. Now, we're talking to Uncle Jimmy about his work and what he does at his work. And last time we talked to Uncle Jimmy, part one of the Paul McCartney Talk Show, we talked about Uncle Jimmy and the birds. How Uncle Jimmy doesn't want Daddy's birds in his house. But let's take a step back from that, Uncle Jimmy. Oh, I was hoping you say that because I don't want to talk about the birds and Daddy doing all this nonsense about the birds. But let's not get into that. I'm glad. I love being a tow truck driver, and it's a lot of fun. Hey, Uncle Jimmy, how much do you get paid at your tow truck company? Well, if I work just so on the regular, if I work, my tow truck boss will give me $21 if I work regular. But if I work overtime, my tow truck driver boss will give me more money. And if I work past overtime, my tow truck driver boss will give me more money. So it all depends on how long do I work and how long of a day I work. If I work regular, I get $21. If I work overtime, I get a little more. If I work overtime, past overtime, I get a little bit more. So it all depends on how much am I working per day. So yeah. Cool, Uncle Jimmy. I'm glad that you work a lot all day and work your tow truck company. It's a really good company. And yeah, so yeah. I can understand because I used to work overtime with the Beatles. If we have more concerts to do, if our concerts wait, we used to work more overtime and do a lot of overtime stuff. So yeah, and everybody wants to know, how did you get this towing job for Rich's Towing? How did you get it? Well, that's a great question right there, Paul. Well, I got it because the owner of Rich's Towing thought I was good. Here's how it went down. I went to go apply for a job, and this job was a really long time ago, before Aiden and Dominic was born, and yeah. So I worked for Rich's Towing, and it was pretty good, and the owner thought I was pretty good. The owner thought, hey, you're pretty good. How about you work for us? So that's how I became, and that's how I have this job today, and this job is a really good job, and I love this job. So yeah. Cool, Uncle Jimmy, and tell me, the other half of the viewers want to know. They want to know this. Why don't you take cars over by your over by the shop where they work on cars, by your which is towing company? Because I'm afraid we can't do that, because some people want this. Some people want to go to different shops, and some people want to go to different shops, and this people want to go to different shops, and it's a lot of different. So it all depends on what shop you want to go. If you want to go to if you have a shop that you normally go to, that is your car shop, then you go there. But if you don't have a car shop and you want to go somewhere else, and I mention, hey, how about we go take your car over by the shop, by our Rich's Towing shop? and they might say yes. Some of them might say yes. Some of them might say no. It just all depends on what the people want. If the people want this shop, if the people want this shop, if the people want this shop, and some of the people want to shop over by our place. So yeah, so that's all. That's that. It really just depends on what people want. Where people want to send their car. So yeah. But if the car is broke down and not fixed, we will take it to the to which is towing, and the insurance company will come and pick it up for us. So yeah, so if the car is not broken down, we'll take it to whatever repair shop they want, and if the car is broken down, we'll take it back over to which is towing, and I will have their insurance company pick it up for them. So yeah. Well, that's cool. That's pretty cool, Uncle Jimmy. And I noticed you were a guest star on Dominic's new series, What Weirdness Goes On in Liverpool, starring John, Paul, Wingo, starring John, Paul, Wingo, starring John, Paul, George, Wingo stars. So yeah, I noticed you were a guest star, and your character, Grandpa the Terminator, beat up your character. Is that correct? Yes, that is very much correct. And I don't want to give too much away what's coming on the next episode. I'm sorry I'm laughing. It's because this is I'm happy to be on your show, Paul. I always wanted to meet you, but anyway, I don't want to give too much away for the next episode of What Weirdness Goes On in Liverpool. But basically, I basically become alive again, and my character was basically not dead, and my character comes back to life again, which is so pretty cool. So yeah. So I'm glad Dominic has this new show coming on, and I'm glad to be a part of it, and I'm just so glad to be a part of Dominic's world and Dominic's show. So yeah, big shout out to Dominic. That's right, big shout out to Dominic. And next episode of the Paul McCartney show is gonna be a Q&A with all the famous people from Dominic's world, starring Michael the keyboard guy, the Fab Four Beatles, the News Beatles, and Uncle Jimmy. So make sure to stay tuned for the next episode of the Paul McCartney Talk Show with me, Paul McCartney. And thank you guys for watching. And if you want to see more clips, like this or the last Paul McCartney show, you can go over to Dominic's channel. You can see the Paul McCartney show, the What Weirdness Goes On in Liverpool show, and many more. So yeah. So I'm glad you guys like it. Thank you guys, and I hope to see you on the next Paul McCartney Talk Show. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Thank you. Uncle Jimmy, you want to say bye? Sure, Paul. Thank you, guys, and make sure to go ahead over to Dominic's channel to go ahead and watch my videos of Bluebird and Carly from Season 1. Make sure to go watch them and give a big support to them. They're really funny, they're really cool, and they're really creative videos. So make sure to watch them, and yeah. And then after you watch them, make sure to comment what's your favorite part in the Bluebird and Uncle Jimmy videos. So yeah, I hope you guys like this Paul McCartney Talk Show. Make sure to stay tuned and make sure to go listen to Paul McCartney's new album. You want to talk about it with them, Paul? Sure. Make sure to give Uncle Jimmy some love over down on my Dominic's channel. Make sure to go watch my new. Make sure to go listen to my new album. You can go ahead, go over my channel, listen to my new album, and go ahead and do that. And make sure to follow my channel, follow, share, do whatever you want my channel. And this has been the Paul McCartney Talk Show with me, Paul McCartney. We'll see y'all next time. Bye. Do 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 do. This has been the Paul McCartney Talk Show, starring Paul McCartney, Dominic, direct producer Dominic, direct other producer The Beatles, starring The Beatles, creative by Dominic Yamaha Studios. So yeah, bye everybody. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Bye.